What's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity. Ooh, shit! I bit the inside of my jaw. Ooh, that hurt so bad. Where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday, and I intend on doing the exact same. But then again, I am doing the exact same because I'm off today. I'm off work today. I'm going to a Friendsgiving today, which is why y'all ain't gonna get LAMH today. Y'all gonna get it tomorrow. So don't you worry. I still will be reviewing LAMH. It's just gonna be on tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna be out with at Friendsgiving with Jamar and Bando, my friend Ramon. We're gonna have us a good time tonight. So just make sure y'all just watch my lives that I'm doing today and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So yes, but you'll be getting LAMH tomorrow versus getting it tonight. But yeah, I think that's the first thing that I said. RHOP. Y'all know that I normally review RHOP right after the show, but because I'm gonna be out at Reggie's birthday dinner, I will be reviewing it on Monday afternoon after work, meaning hours before the panel. The link is already up. Just make sure you guys, set your reminders and stuff like that. Because from what I've been hearing that the people ain't been getting my notifications, which is very unfortunate. I hate it when this happens, and I can tell when people are not being notified when I'm getting my videos. So please be sure to set y'all notifications if you can. Okay, so yes, instead of Sunday, we're gonna be doing Potomac on Monday, and of course. We got Love and Hip Hop Miami that will be returning on Monday, but because we do the panel on Monday nights, of course we'll be doing Love and Hip Hop Miami on Tuesday afternoons. So make sure you guys tune in. The link for that is also available as well. And not to mention, we also got a roasted review on Wednesday, and it will be right back here on my platform. So be sure to tune in to it. I think I set the link up already. If I haven't, I'm gonna go back and check, but I think I did. But make sure you guys tune in. It's gonna be me, T, and JoJo. Okay. So with that being said, that's pretty much all that we got for wait a minute. The audio is off. Hold on. Oh, that's why.
Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. My mic wasn't on. That's what was going on. My mic wasn't on at all, and I didn't know. I thought I went to my settings and turned my mic on, but it wasn't on at all. The HD camera was my damn mic, which I hate that mic. It sounds so cluttered and fucked up. I just hate the way it sounds. But y'all hear me now, so that's all that matters. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much all that we got. Let me see. Yes, I'm not getting notifications on time. Right. Y'all gotta, like I said, I'm just gonna tell y'all this right quick. Whenever y'all come on my page and y'all look at my home page and y'all see that I got a whole bunch of live set up, please click on that bell because a lot of folks have been coming to me saying that why you ain't been doing no videos. I ain't seen you. I don't know if I'm not in the algorithm or not. And I really been fighting my hardest to get back in it. But honey, I'm still gonna work though. I'm still ain't nothing gonna stop me from working there. But you know. But I'm gonna get into some more things as I continue to get ready to pivot my channel for next year. But I'm gonna tell y'all that by the end of the video. So we're here to talk about Monique. Monique and Carlos King, y'all. That's what we're here to talk about. Now, Monique did this interview with this podcaster by the name of Mr. J Hill. I've never heard of him until now. And in the wake of all these different stories and all these different accusations and all this negative press that Carlos King has been getting, especially from the LAMH fans, you know, it's quite ironic that Monique is now speaking out against Carlos King. And the question that I have is, was Kandi Burruss right? I remember when Kandi did the interview with House of Aaron back when she was, you know, doing her media run, and you know, Jamar and I interviewed her, Miss Misha interviewed her, The Ooh Ladies First panel interviewed her, Storm interviewed her, like all these different people, they interviewed her or whatever, right? And so when that went down, I was like, okay, I was wondering because it's always been a rumor going around that Kandi didn't fuck with Carlos King. And she went on House of Aaron and she explained it so eloquently. And so many people thought that she was just doing the most, like she was looking for being a victim and all this other stuff. Now I do got that clip on standby waiting to play, but I don't know if y'all want me to go back to that first. I think what y'all will want me to do is go to Monique's stuff first and hear what she had to say first, and then take a flashback on back to Kandi. But not only did Monique say something, not only has Kandi said something, but Miss Winter Harris, who was a part of Love and Marriage DC, has said quite a few things about him as well. Now, I think we'll get into all those things by the time I play all these clips, because we're going to have a good conversation about this today. We're going to have a conversation, child. We're going to have one, because y'all already not getting LMH tonight, so I got to make it do what it do, okay? Now, we're going to go ahead and get into Miss Monique first. Cause I already see Pain saying Monique first, and I love my Pain, and I feel like he's speaking for the people. So we're gonna get into the Monique stuff first. We're gonna hear what she got to say first, and then after we hear what she got to say first, of course I'm gonna get my commentary. Then we're gonna talk about some of the things that Winter stated recently, and then we're gonna get into Kandi. Okay, now I hope you guys are ready because your boy got some things to say today. Okay, now. Let me go ahead and play this clip and let me know if y'all can hear. I'm finna go on mute so y'all won't hear me slurping on this damn drink. And let me tell y'all something. I'm already 30 minutes late. This live was supposed to happen 30 minutes ago. I was too busy grooming my damn self. Okay, I was in the shower grooming my damn self, and I feel smooth as a damn toddler right about now. So that's why I had to push it back 30 minutes. Not that y'all needed to know all that. Not that y'all wanted to know that. But y'all know I don't give a damn. I keep it real. That's what happened. Anyway, let's get into it, y'all.
And I had to think about what was I going through during that time period. That was during Love and Marriage DC. I was stressed the fuck out. Love and Marriage DC, let me tell you, that was my greatest nightmare, but my greatest teacher, because it basically put me out there without any context. Like on this show, when I tell you I was ranting and raving, I was at my wit's end with the marriage. And I was like doing all that I could. I'm like trying to get this dude to see time is of the essence. Like, I really need you to step up. I need you to wake up.
Please.
Yes. But imagine you being on camera and having a conversation, and now something's said in the conversation that pops you off. They ain't showing nothing about that. They just showing you pop off. So when I tell you, it was like every single scene I was yelling and I was going off. And when I tell you, the whole synopsis of the show was get to know the real full me, get to know the real me. And they got me like only have me yelling and going crazy.
The angry black woman.
Yo, it was terrible. And it was crazy because I came from a show where I was a fan favorite. And then now I'm supposed to have my own show, and I am like the most hated. And it was.
Wait a minute. I got to stop it right there. She said her own show. Love and Marriage DC is not your own show. It's an ensemble. It's not the Monique and Chris show, Monique. Okay, now see, y'all know I like Monique. I've always liked Monique. I always have liked Monique, but y'all know I got to call her out when she on the bullshit. And right now, she's giving, I'm on the bullshit. That is not your show. Love and Marriage DC was not your show. I don't know what the fuck Carlos sold you, but he told you a big ass lie. Because if you came on that show thinking that it was yours, I'm like, what? Now, the fan favorite thing is very subjective, okay? Now, I'm not going to sit up here and deny that she did not have a big slew of damn fans, because she did. So I ain't going to sit up here and say that she wasn't no fan favorite, because she was. Her and Candace were fan favorites, so I ain't gonna take that from her. But this whole I'm supposed to have my own show, girl, this ain't your own show now. Stop. Stop. Okay. But go ahead. Let me go ahead and continue.
It was tough. I was like, damn, they are on me hard. And I had to get to the point where I said, you know what? I feel like this is the part of the story where my ego starts to die. I had to kill my ego. I had to care even less about what people thought about me, because only I knew what was really going on, behind the scenes. And it was a huge test of just like, all right, let's see how much you've grown.
How did that show come about?
So when I left Housewives, there was one of the producers that used to be a part of Housewives franchise who started his own. He approached me with support and came at me with some like, we Black, and these white shows, they don't show Black people in the light that they should be shown in, and it can be natural drama, it doesn't have to be this scripted drama, and it created a relationship of like, all right, let's see what we can do together, let's work together. So I believed him when he used the Black card, and he did me worse than the white folks. I was like, he could have waited to the second season to trash me.
So you think Love and Marriage DC did you worse than Real Housewives of Potomac?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was worse. It was like there was no context. There was no reason to all of the fussing and fighting. It was like, it's love and marriage. So show the full outlook of what a love and marriage, like show what all of it looks like, right? I have always been very open on camera. Like I like to be as transparent as possible. But if my spouse is not also that way, then if you're not saying anything, they're only going to be showing what I'm saying. So it was very unbalanced. And then it was just like, we got her, dog her ass out. Like, it was like my name was used to gain the audience. And I mean, I felt like I got trashed on that show. They didn't show any of my real moments. They didn't show the moments where I gave more context to what was happening. It was just like me, like, yeah. But I was the one reacting. It was me reacting, but show why I was reacting like that, And it was very unorganized, on camera, off camera. It was a mess. And I left after the first season.
Do you think it was good for anybody else? Like, I guess that was on the cast?
Yeah, I actually had some people come up to me. I did an expo, and a lot of people came up to me just like from DC in general. And they were just like, you know what? I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but you actually helped to put certain places on the map in DC because you actually filmed in DC with your show.
Okay.
She's like, a lot of shows come and they use the DC name or the DMV, but they don't really show DC. And they were like, with the go-go intro, all of that influence, they was like, we appreciated that.
So you helped produce it too?
Basically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, basically. I remember when they were talking about doing the intros, I said, now, you got to have a go-go intro. I said, we can't do DC like that. Like, so I definitely had a lot of influence in how the show was being like handled. I casted it and all of that stuff.
Oh, you got like the cast too?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
So you kind of like put niggas on.
Yeah, I did.
Put niggas on the map. Did the cast thank you? Or did they dog you too?
Some of them dogged, some of them thanked, some of them were grateful, some of them no. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. You get to see who's real, and you get to see who is like chasing that limelight. That when them cameras cut on, man, people show you who they truly are. That's for sure.
So like you really seen like people change in real time?
Oh yeah.
Who?
Oh yeah.
Who changed?
I ain't being messy. I ain't gotta do that no more.
I don't be. It's funny because it's like I don't care. But like
everybody else,
everybody knows like fucking like
they know who changed. You can see it. It's pretty evident.
So that show's still going on to this day?
I don't know.
I saw something on Instagram where they got a show, but it was like all white people, but it was some DC stuff.
Love is Blind. I think you talking about Love is Blind.
Yeah,
that's about to air.
But it's like all white people.
Yeah, it was weird because it don't look like DC at all.
Like it don't like
DC's Chocolate City.
Yeah, for sure. Like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know.
Nah,
they need to go back to the
drawing board. What's this, man? What's going on?
So I have an essential.
Okay, so that was Monique, and she was talking about her experience with working on Love and Marriage DC and Love and Marriage DC and the way that it was set up for her to get dragged. Now, if I'm not mistaken, if anybody got dogged or dragged, it was Winter. Is it just me? Because when I tried to watch DC that first season, because I was very excited about DC coming out. I was very excited to catch up with Monique. Like I wanted to see what she had going on and things like that. And when I watched it, it just seemed like everybody was going in on Winter. Like Winter got dragged with like the whole damn season. And I feel like that's what made Winter the fan favorite, is because no one liked her. Like everybody was on her head. Like Arena was on her head, Jamie was on her head, Ashley was on her head, Quick was on her head, and then Monique was throwing her ass under the bus pretty much. So everybody's pretty much on her head because she ain't really had no real allies at all. Like she really didn't. She didn't have no real allies. So in my opinion, I don't really believe that you was dogged. I'm trying to understand, how was you dogged? Was it behind the scenes or what? Because I don't get it. Now, when you was on that show, I could have told you that your marriage was over just by watching the damn show. Because, and I remember when I was trying to review it before I stopped, I think I kept on saying, Monique, why are you constantly barking at Chris? Like you bark at Chris about any little thing. And I was wondering why she was going in on him so hard. And I just didn't understand it. And you could tell that she was miserable. You could tell that she didn't want to be in that marriage. You could tell that, it was, you could tell that it was a mess. You could tell that it was like, okay, this ain't gonna work out. It's just not gonna work out. And it just didn't do right. It just didn't click right, in my opinion. So when you watch it and when you look at it, she was already miserable. And you could already tell that she wasn't happy or anything like that. But as far as her getting dogged out, I don't necessarily believe that she got dogged out. I don't. Just looking at the show itself and just seeing how everything played out, if anybody was a victim of being dogged out, like I said, it had to be Winter. That's the person that was a victim of being dogged out. My opinion. And I'm not even Winter's biggest fan. Like I do be watching her YouTube channel and stuff like that, but they definitely dogged out Winter. And if you really think about it, Ashley was also dogged. It is what it is. And a lot of people feel like Carlos, pick his person that he wants to make the villain, and that's how he edits the show. That's what they say. Now, I'm not saying that that's true. That's just what they say. Now, as far as Monique goes, you pick Monique because you knew that she was from Potomac. You knew she had some fan power and star power. You knew that she had a group of people that wanted to see her back on TV. You already knew that. And so you brought her back because you needed someone to carry the show. You needed a name for this show. Now, don't get me wrong. The only people that I knew on that show outside of Monique was Quicksilver, DJ Quicksilver. I used to watch his interviews. I used to, watch him on YouTube and things like that. Like I already knew who Quicksilver was because, like I said, I was watching his interviews. So I already knew what it was giving. So I already knew him. So I felt like, he was the perfect person to open it up. But Monique had a name in reality TV. So, some people who don't live in DC probably would not know who DJ Quicksilver is. But if you're a fan of reality TV, you know who Monique Samuels is. So they had the right look. I mean, if you're doing a show, an ensemble cast, you want to pick people that got a name. And that's just it. You want to pick people that got a name. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You want to pick people that got a name. And Monique had that. And he knew that would generate viewership. He knew that people would watch. He knew that people would be interested. That's what you do as a producer. Look at me. Shit. Actually, let's use me for example. And it's a good way for me to segue. Today, the Whether You Like It or Not panel turns 4 years old today, right? 4 years old. Today is the 4-year anniversary of the Whether You Like It or Not panel, right? When I chose the people that I wanted, I chose Bundy. I chose Color Me Pink. Those people got names. And then you got me, and then you got T. And then Jamie and Niecy and Josiah, they were all on the come up. They were all building their platforms at the same time. So I wanted to have someone that had a big name like Bundy and Color Me Pink, someone that was in the middle, which was me, someone and T, I would say that me and T were both in the middle, and then Jamie and Niecy and JoJo were building up their platforms at the time. So people that were on the come up with people that already got names to people that still building up to having a big name. I wanted that. And of course, you want to pick someone that drives the viewership, and that's exactly what he did. So with that being said, of course, bringing Monique was a good idea as a producer. But then, even with Tasha K, like Tasha K chose people with big names. Bundy, she chose Sean Davies Way. She chose William the Baddest when they did The Wine is the New Tea. Like, I can't stand William the Saddest at all, but I love me some Bundy because that's my big sis, and I love me some Sean Davies Way. Love him. That made me want to watch along. Like, you got to pick people that would want to watch, that will flock to the shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Now, if she chose the cast, if she has some say-so on, okay, we need to make this a go-go intro. We need to film in DC. We don't need to film outside DC. Let's film in DC. All this other stuff. Why not give her a producer credit? Why not give her producers pay if that's the case? Like, if she has so much, leeway and so much grounds and so many opinions about what they should do and all of those things, then she should have been given a producer credit. Like, you don't just have somebody come in and give you this whole big cast of people, submit all these people to you. You got this cast, the show does well, and she don't get no money. No, you need to give them the money that or the rights that they damn deserve. Like, they're partially the reason why you got a show. Like, you brought her in and all this other stuff. So why not allow her to do her thing and give her that producer's credit? Like, she was pretty much helping you produce the show, if you ask me. So why not give that to her? You know what I mean? Why not? Happy 4-year anniversary of your channel for Bundy Blue. Thank you, Herbert and Company. Love my Bundy. That's my girl. Probably like when Nene wasn't given credit. It's nothing new, unfortunately. And I think that that's fucked up. Like, I feel like if a person I don't know, like, I can understand not giving executive producer credit, but I think that people should I think that people that brings a certain thing to the cast, like to the show, like the cast and stuff like that, they should give producers credit. They really should give producers credit, in my opinion. That's just me, though. That's just what I think. I don't even think that Letitia Pearson gets production credit for Bill Collective. She brought the show to the table. She brought the cast. I don't know if she's a producer or not. I don't know. And sometimes when you bring these shows to the table, sometimes people don't want you to be a part of the show that you created and brought to the table. A lot of people be wondering why the hell isn't a show like Chasing Atlanta is on a damn network right by now, because it's a good show. It gets over 100,000 viewers with every show. Hell, some like that's just as many viewers that Bill Collective was getting every damn week. 1,000 views. Chasing Atlanta was pulling them damn numbers. So some people will be like, well, why won't Andario take it to a network? Why won't Andario do this? It could be because these networks don't want to give him the credit that he probably deserves. He don't want to let go of his show. We know that once you give it to a network, you feel what I'm saying, they gonna have some kind of control over it. But at the same time, it's your baby. So you don't want to be, you don't want to have no credit for it. Like some of these networks don't want you to have no credit. They just want you to sell them the show and you have nothing to do with it. No. I know what I want to see my show being. I can work with you to make the show more polished, more successful. I can work with you on that, but you're not going to take my creation from me. You feel what I'm saying? It just reminds me of when I remember when I was watching Tasha K religiously, because I used to watch Tasha K like all the time, right? When she was first coming up, I used to love me some Tasha K. I remember her saying that BET was wanted to buy her show. And when she was talking to them, she was saying that they was trying to whitewash her, like, water her down, not let her be her true raw self, and they want to control over Unwind with Tasha K, and she refused. That's why she stayed on YouTube, because she's self-made. She can do it however she wants to, and that's that. And I personally would want to be the same way. Now, am I trying to polish myself up and all that other stuff because I do want to go to new heights? Absolutely. Starting next year, I will be even more polished, if you ask me. That's my opinion. I intend on being more polished with the way I present it and everything. That's what I'm trying to do. I already looking into stuff, but at the same time, that's why some people stay on YouTube. Like, some people be like, well, why have they never went to a network, or why nobody never picked them up? They probably don't want to be picked up because they don't like what they're bringing, what they're giving to them. Even with Mariah, like, Married to Medicine was her creation. But as you can see, even though it was her creation, she was the executive producer. She had producer credit. She still got kicked off her own damn show. So that's why even with LAMH, when people say, that's Mel's show, that's her show, she brought it to the table. Yeah, but that don't mean shit to these networks. If they want your ass gone, they'll make sure that you're out of there. You might keep your producer's credit and just get a check off of that alone, but if they want to get rid of your ass, they will. It don't matter who brought it to the table. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. Now, when it comes back, I don't even know how we got into that conversation, but I just had to talk about that for just a sec. But when it comes down to Monique, I'm not really sure though, because but I did hear that Monique, that second season, because I remember that the second season was coming out and it was revealed that she was getting ready to film. And if you remember the second season of Love and Marriage DC, she was supposed to film with them, and everybody was wondering if she was coming to the party. If she didn't show up, Monique and Chris was not a part of the group no more. And I feel like from what someone said, I think Winter said this yesterday on her live. I think she was the one that said that. Don't give me the line, because I really believe that she, was the one that said that. But Monique was willing to show all of the cracks in her foundation, all the real stuff that she was really going through with Chris. Like, she was willing to show all those things at that time, but the money wasn't right. And she felt like, I'm not going to be giving you my whole life story, and you not even paying me for my pain. Like, you got to pay me for my motherfucking pain, bitch. Okay? Like, you can't be thinking that you just gonna sit around here and, use my name and, use my issues and, exploit my marital issues and things like that. And think that you're not going to, pay me for that. Absolutely not. I wouldn't want to be on a reality show giving y'all all of my tea, all of my issues, and then I'm not getting no Q coin from it. Are you fucking serious? Absolutely not. It wouldn't dare work for me. It wouldn't dare work for me. You feel what I'm saying? So no, I ain't with it. I ain't with it at all. Monique blames a lot of things on edits, which has also been my issue with her. As much as I like her, I do feel like she used that edit excuse like it ain't nobody's business. Like, she really do be using the edits excuse. And I be like, girl, like, why? You feel what I'm saying? Like, why are we even doing this here? Like, why are we even making this an edit situation? I was like, I'm sitting here listening, and I'm like, I do know that there's edits involved. Sometimes people edit things the way that they want to, but I don't really think that this was the edits problem, because again, I don't really see Monique looking bad on Love and Marriage DC. I don't really recall her looking completely bad on that show. I just think that people were annoyed with the way that she was going off on Chris all the time. I just think that that's what that was. Honestly, that's what it was. And people were tired of it. People were draining on it. And I just think that she never takes accountability for nothing sometimes. Like, she doesn't take accountability for a lot of the things that she's involved in. Now I do believe that Bravo kind of did her kind of dirty. I do believe that. Now, she fought Candace. She was wrong for that. And then I think from what they were saying, I think what Monique's problem was with Bravo and Potomac was they protected certain people, but they didn't protect other folks. Like Giselle had a whole breakdown on the reunion, and they didn't even show that. They was more so focused on making her look like the stone face, biatch that didn't give a fuck about putting her hands on Candace. Like, and I've always stated that they do protect Giselle a whole lot. Like, they protect her to everything. Like, they don't give a what she do. They gonna protect her. Now, if there's anybody that they're going to protect Giselle, and that's unfortunate. And I feel like at the end of it all, they don't care what she do because they feel like she brings them quality television and things like that. So they're gonna always stick beside her every chance that they get. Unfortunately, that's what they're gonna do, and it's crazy, but it is what it is. Like, that's what they do. That's just what they do. So yeah, I don't know. But what I will say that she took accountability for was the fact that she lashed out at Candace and she didn't deserve it. As provocative as Candace can be, and as much as she run her damn mouth, Candace really didn't do nothing in that particular moment to warrant her, beating her ass like that. Like, none of that was warrant the ass whooping that she gave that damn girl. It wasn't a damn D child. It just wasn't. Now what we're about to do, we're gonna get into what Kandi said in the past about Carlos King. We're about to get into that, okay? Shout out to House of Aaron, my brother. He went viral for that particular interview or whatever, and he was everywhere when that interview came out. Like, he got the juice on that, the juice. So we're about to get into that now, and we're gonna talk about that now, and then after that we're gonna talk about winter. So let's get into the clip from House of Aaron's interview with Kandi, where she spoke about her own experience with Carlos King.
So my question is, what happened?
Oh my gosh.
Do we have time? Because this is like
another person that I think he's another person that I think, when they say I've tried to help people, then it comes back to bite me in the ass. Okay, so first of all, the main reason, my main issue with Carlos is he is the one who stole my group's life story and sold it to TV One. And for that, I just can't get past it. He had been working with us that entire season on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. That last year he was with us. Him and Todd had already had some like little issues, business issues, because they were doing a production company together. So they already had some things they had dealt with personally, but we was trying to move past that and still work together on the show because he was executive producing. What season was that? 9 or whatever?
Yes.
And he was his last year. Okay. So let's say the season wrapped in November. In December, someone tells me, I was talking to a friend. I was like, we should do like a movie about, our group's life or whatever. And they were like, it was a director that Todd and I were speaking. And they was like, somebody's already doing it. And I was like, what you mean somebody's doing it? And so in my mind, I'm thinking it was one of my group members or something. And they was like, yeah, it's a network that's already like, because I took a meeting about directing it. And I was like, what? Now, mind you, just wrapped season 9. The season in like either top of December or November, end of November right there. December, I'm hearing that this movie has been sold to a network. So I come to find out a couple weeks later, I'm trying to find out what is going on, and come to find out it was, in sidebar, he his other producing partner, one of the producers that worked for him, who was also at the time I thought was super cool, had called my mom, was like, oh yeah, we want to do a interview you because we're trying to do a documentary about girl groups or something. So we want to ask you questions about, Escape. My mom was going to do it or whatever, but come to find out, he was the person who had did the deal with TV One to sell Our Life Story. He was, and my mom and it was going to try to ask my mother questions about us unknowingly to get more information, I guess, for the show. So anyway, I just thought that was the lowest thing that anybody could ever do.
Wait, so but how did he have the rights to y'all story?
He didn't have the rights to our story. What I found out, because of course, I was calling lawyers and everything, and I found out at the time that when you're a public figure, people can do
unauthorized.
They can do unauthorized stories about you. Right. And at the time, we had already done like a behind the music type of thing on TV One or whatever. Okay. No, TV One. Remember, Unsung. How they Unsung, yeah. So they had certain information that I guess they could base the movie off of. But my thing was, I was like, never once, all them years we have been around each other, he had never once told me that he was trying to do a movie about us, and to be able and to go behind my back and to do that, and to that's our life story.
Right.
I was like, I can't fuck with him ever again. Wow. I did not want to. I did reach out to him at first. He didn't answer the phone because I had just heard it, so I wasn't sure that it was him. So I was calling him and be like, yo, like, what is this? He didn't answer my calls. But then when we did some things to start like reaching out to the network to try to get the whole situation shut down, then all of a sudden he reaches out to me. And I didn't want to talk after that. I was like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't ever have to talk to you again. And that's just how I feel. I'm like, that is the lowest of the low. Our first, what was that? First spinoff was the wedding or one of them. I think our spinoff was the first show that he was executive producer for. Mm-hmm. I literally fought for him to be executive producer of my show, to be the lead executive producer. Right. So for you to have somebody that you went out for and I always respected him as a producer, to do that to me, I was like, I have no respect for him. Oh. And so for him to now, every time he turn around, he got something to say about me. I'm like, I just give him no energy. But that right there, my life story, that shit gets me emotional and it pisses me off. So yeah, I don't have nothing for him. Nothing. I was not like, how could you do that to somebody? You're around them every day.
Y'all know each other. Like, even if you wanted to do it, be like, be upfront about it. Like, I'm doing this. Upfront. What you think? Yeah.
He could have asked, like, if anything, I would have just asked me, like, hey, how do you feel? It's an opportunity or whatever. Like to just do that and not say anything. Wow. And I have to hear in the streets.
Wow.
I was like, yo, cut off.
Kandi.
Never again. Do not, So people always think that it's because of the whole Phaedra and portion, and that is not why. I still to this day will say I do not believe he ever told her that. He said he never told her that. The networks, did they questioning or whatever? He never told her that. That is a lie into the depths of hell. So y'all can stop telling that story. Y'all need to go buy the Bravo book. They explain to you that Carlos did not tell her that. So y'all can stop believing that lie. No, I do not mess with him because of what he tried to do to my group in Our Life Story.
Did y'all share an office? I heard somewhere that y'all.
Yes, we did. When he first was, leaving the, trying to do his own thing, him and Todd were becoming partners, and his office was in my office building. Not that I try to bring that up or anything, but yeah, like we was cool, like cool. That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you go from having that type of relationship with somebody to stealing their life story? I do not know.
Yeah. Wow.
I never done anything to that man.
Right. But gave him storylines for the ratings.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently. And it's just like, golly, you know, it was bad enough that him and Ty was having their, you know, disagreements in their business, and some of the things that he did we felt like was foul or whatever. But you know, business is business. You know, sometimes people fall out in business or whatever. But for him to do that, still alive, this is my life. Like you are literally
So
going
is that
to
something
take
that you're
my life
working
from me.
on? Like a script, like a movie, or like you got
We
it shut down
were,
at TV1, I'm assuming.
and we actually had got it picked up somewhere else, but then we ended up not doing it. So either way, child, I was just,
We could
oh
always do a
man,
book like Mary Wilson from the Supremes. Her book was really, really like she spilled all the tea from.
really? You know, I don't know. Right now, me and my group, we still not in the best place. I'm not gonna lie, but I just feel like I doing a tell-all book at this point would really just drag it. I personally feel like I have to say that for when I get old, child. But the movie, you know, I'm down. You know, that conversation keeps coming up. People keep still, you know, throwing that towards us, and I'm cool with doing it as long as everybody is gonna be open about
Honest.
their stuff and not just be trying to put my drama in there, my tea, because you know that's what they like to do, talk about stuff
Right.
that I dealt with. And I'm like, no, now y'all got some way interesting.
Okay, so I think that was all because that was like at the end of the video. Well, at the end of the interview with Aaron. Shout out to Aaron. That was a good ass interview. And I will honestly say, this is humbly speaking, out of all of us that did the interview with Kandi that week, Aaron's was definitely my favorite. Like I feel like he did the best one. Like he asked the questions that he needed to. We all had 15 minutes to ask, questions. And me and Jamar was just trying to, ask her, business questions, or on his side. Jamar had the business questions, I had the messy questions. So we tried to do whatever we could in 15 minutes. But Aaron took that moment and made it bigger. And I really do love that about him. I love that. He had the best interview out of all of us. I definitely would say that. And that's coming from me. I'm telling y'all, he had the best interview out of all of us. But shout out to him. But yes, Kandi said this in 2022. Okay. This was 2022. That interview went viral. It was all over the place. And guess what? Carlos King never, ever, 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 ever acknowledged it. Never acknowledged it, never responded to it. He's always said, people got my number. If they really want to say something or whatever, they could have called me back. Okay, now, like I said, this interview came out in 2022, but the incident itself happened in 2016. She was talking about season 9, right? Season 9 was filming in 2016. It ended in November 2016. Escape got back together in April of 2017. Go figure. So this happened many, 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 many moons ago. Okay. So I'm inclined to believe what Kandi is saying. I've been believing what Kandi is saying. And there has been way too many people that have said things about Carlos that wasn't favorable. And I do feel like it can't be everybody just making up shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like it can't be just everybody making up stuff and everybody want to take this nigga down. Like that ain't what I see at all. And I could be wrong now. Like I'm not above being wrong at all. But the thing is, he never came out and said nothing. And I feel like a lot of times when you don't say nothing, then a lot of times some of this shit just may have a little bit of truth to it. But sometimes people don't want to address negativity either. But I just feel like when you got Kandi was probably one of the first to speak out. And then not only that, she was the first one to say something. Then I think what else happened? Um we're hearing things about Melody and the show on LAMH. We keep hearing little things about that. We don't know what actually was going on. I'm not one of the ones that's, making videos and making, being so clairvoyant and saying that this is happening. This is happening. I ain't saying that because I don't know. But am I do I put anything past the man? Absolutely not, because of the shit that Kandi said. Then you got Winter. She came out and said some shit. Ashley Silver even came out and spoke against production. So if everybody's speaking against you as a producer, why in the hell aren't you doing what you need to do to change that? You never address people, and Winter is not letting up off of your ass. She got a whole YouTube channel exposing your ass for the dirt that you come from. I'm just saying, I ain't the one that's saying that you're low down and dirty. I'm just telling you what the people saying, and the people said that you ain't shit. I'm just the one that's reporting on. I just report the news. I don't make it. The people saying that you're dirty as hell. Because I feel like at the end of the day, for you to try to take somebody's life story and try to make a movie out of it and don't even tell them, that's some foul ass shit. Why would you do that? If you've been cool with folks for X amount of years and y'all done work together, like you work with this girl on for 4 seasons on the Housewives of Atlanta. You work with her from season 6 on down. Then you did her wedding special. Then you did the Kandi ski trip shit. Like you work with this girl on so many different projects. You know what I mean? Like him and Todd, they had Hollywood Divas together and shit like that. So if y'all been doing all this business together and y'all been this cool, you had a damn office in her damn building in Atlanta and all that other shit. You mean to tell me that you couldn't run it by her and be like, yeah, friend. So let me tell you, friend. So I got this idea. After watching y'all on Unsung on TV One, y'all got a very interesting story. And I really believe that this would be a good biopic. And I think that the people would want to see that. And I really believe that you should get your girls together and try to see if y'all can come together and get a movie done. I can find a writer. We can get a director. We can do a casting call. We can do, all that, right? That would have been easy, and I think that Kandi would have been down with it had he came to her and talked about it, even though she wasn't even fucking with 2 of those girls at that particular time. I think that she would have appreciated it more had he stepped up to her and said something to her about it from the very beginning, but that's something that he didn't do. That's something that he didn't do. So it looks bad and it looks terrible that he's doing that type of shit. And Carlos, I'm just got to keep it real. I've always said that Carlos gives fake, he gives phony, he gives go along and get along, he gives smiling in your face, and I'm going to talk shit about you behind your back. That's what this nigga gives me. I've been telling y'all that. And again, I like Carlos for the most part. He's a gay black man that's doing his thing, in production and stuff like that. There's a lot of gay black men that would want to be in his position. I've always given him his credit for being that and being who he is in the reality TV world. You feel what I'm saying? So, I can give him that, but that personality and the way you can look at him in a picture and you can hear the picture through your head and all this other stuff, I just think that he is fake as hell, because in every interview, I love you. I love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you down. Oh my God, you're so iconic. Knowing that some of these bras is not iconic at all. Like, oh, I think that you're the force multiplier. Oh my God, I think that you're just everything. You brought so much to your damn show. You're just this and that. I just love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And I love all the girls. I love all the girls. I love all the girls. I love all the, like, all that fake ass shit. Like, please. You don't love every damn body. Okay? Let's be real. You don't love every damn body. Because let's be real, I don't love every damn body. And y'all know I'm hella supportive to a lot of my YouTube peers and colleagues. Y'all know I'm probably one of the only YouTubers out there that be actually hanging out with other damn YouTubers. Like, for real. I'm just saying that ain't no shade to nobody. I really take out the time to get to know these people, build relationship with these folks, hang out with these people. Some of these people I'm on a speak to you basis. I come in some of their chats. I send super chats. Sometimes I do this, and some of these people I really have a real relationship with. If I'm in your city and you a YouTuber and I really with you and your content, baby, I'm gonna reach out to you and let you know, hey, I'm in your city. You want to hang out? You want to go for drinks? You want to get dinner together? Whatever. Like I do that. But I'm not going to sit up here and say that I love everybody. Because I don't love everybody now. And I don't like everybody. Okay? Okay, so I just feel like Carlos be giving that fake ass, plastic ass, polycrip ass energy. I just can't fuck with it sometimes. Like, have y'all ever noticed that when I be recapping anything that he be doing, I just be looking at him like real crazy sometimes. I'm like, nigga, what you doing? Like, why you doing it? And you could tell who he really don't like now. He be real passive aggressive sometimes on his podcast. You could tell who he don't like. Because when he speaks on Kandi, you could feel it. You can tell when he speaks on Kandi. You could tell he don't like her like that. He try to act like he ain't got no problem, but he know he got one. Because for me, if I got a problem, I got one. But he real passive aggressive with people that he don't like. Like when he speak on them, he don't like them. You can tell. You can tell. Because when we was on a Chasing panel, y'all, just using this as an example, and they was talking about one of the cast members on Chasing Atlanta, and when they talked about him, y'all saw me go quiet. I was like, why? I don't like that nigga in real life, so therefore I'm not talking about him. So that's how it felt. You know what I mean? Like everybody else gave their opinions. They said what they had to say, but I'm the type of dude that's like this. If I ain't got nothing nice to say, I ain't saying shit. And in that moment, I ain't had shit to say. We had just got into it. I had just cussed him out. He cussed me out. I ain't got nothing nice to say about this nigga. So therefore, y'all can talk about it. I set the conversation up. Y'all can talk about it, but I ain't gonna talk about a damn thing. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna be like, So moving on to the next topic. Yeah. So absolutely not. But he tries that, he tries that bullshit where he try to pretend like he ain't got no problem with these folks and he know that he do. Like Carlos is fake, y'all. Like that's how I always felt. Like I always felt like he's not a sincere person. And that's unfortunate because he does he has a talent, but he just goes about it the wrong way. To me, I'm not super, special or super, into production to tell somebody what they need to do in their production. But I just, I just can't. It is what it is. I don't want to do that. It's just the fake. It be the fakeness for me. He be groveling too, just ass kissing everybody on the interview. And honestly, y'all, I'm not saying that when you interview a person that you're not really fond of, when they come on your platform, you're supposed to be an asshole to them because you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to show your professionalism. And don't tell me who's watching you. So you got to show a little bit of professionalism, but I'm not going to be groveling over their ass and just slobbing out the mouth because they sitting across from me. Like, come on, man, bro. Like, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that because when Miss Wonder was on my platform, when I interviewed her, like I was dragging the shit out of her before she came on my platform, and I still be doing it now. But I gave her respect. I showed her a whole lot of respect. I had a whole lot to say about Kiki before she came on my platform and all those things. You know what I mean? But I still showed her respect. Now, there's some folks that I've interviewed that I had respect for before I interviewed them, and now I no longer do because of the way they handled my motherfucking interview behind the scenes. Okay. But I just think that Carlos is he fake and phony to me. But as far as what he got going on with LA and Mage, I think that A lot of people be saying that Carlos be showing favoritism to certain cast members, and you can tell. Even at the Bell Collective reunion, I felt like he was, when those women were going when they were going at Latrice, and he knew that those women were in the wrong, but it just felt like he was siding with Letitia and Marie and Soguchi. Like, it was very clear as to who he was siding with. You feel what I'm saying? Even on Love and Marriage DC, like, he got real condescending with Sherelle at their reunion. And I really feel like Black probably want to beat the shit out of Carlos King because he got real condescending with Sherelle. And that's another person that's spoken up against him. I think, if I'm not mistaken, my homegirl, my sister, Really B, she did an interview with Sherelle and Black. And you know, she pretty much spoke on why she didn't want to do the show no more, why she ain't coming back and all that shit. Like, she actually said that. If you want to go see that, go to Really B's page, because she definitely interviewed Sherelle and Black. They had issues with Carlos King. And like I said, when they was at their reunion, he was real damn what's the word for it? He was real fucking condescending to her. He was. I do think that he gives Martell a whole lot of leeway, in my opinion, leeway that he don't fucking deserve at all. Martell is probably one of the biggest reasons why this show ain't worth a damn at this point. I just think that it's kind of messed up at this point how Martell is able to get away with doing some of the things that he's doing and still have a check. You know, he could sit there, he can, you know, threaten people with revenge P and do all that other crazy stuff, and he could still be on this show and run amok in the palace. And I've always felt like he favors Martell more than anybody else on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And Martell is probably the worst person to fucking favor out of anybody. I don't give a damn who it is. He's the worst person to favor, but that's just me. But you know, at the same time, it'd be so funny that you just heard me say that, but you know, the people swear up and down that I sided with Martell. I remember reading this somewhere one time. They were talking about me being vile and how I sided with Martell. And I was just like, when did I ever side with Martell? Like, people just, you know, when people hate your ass, they just make up anything. They just make up anything to fit their stupid ass narratives at this point. Because then nobody side with that nigga. The fuck? All my videos have always drugged Martell. So I don't know what the hell going on with that when they was like, oh, he sided with Martell. Oh, my girl, when did I do that? So, you know, thank you for the $5 super sticker. Thank you for that. I'm starting putting my damn Cash App up too, because y'all be blessing T on his page. I don't never get no Cash App from y'all. Let me stop. Not that I've needed. Not that I need it, but every time I watch a live TV, like, thank you for the Cash App. I'm like, damn, they must don't love me. I don't get no tips. I be like, I don't never get no tips, honey. I don't never get no tips. That's because I don't never put my Cash App out there. So it ain't that serious now. You know, now y'all know that by me saying that, the people gonna think that I'm begging for Cash Apps, and I'm not. Y'all ain't never heard me ask for no Cash Apps and nothing like that. My Cash App shit and PayPal shit is on my homepage, and I'll never ever talk about it or throw it up. But that was just a joke. But anyway, I don't know, y'all. It's a whole lot, but we gonna see how this shit goes. But what I will say is this right here, y'all. Let me just say, as I close this out, I don't know if any of you guys seen the video with Queen Sheba. I'm not gonna speak too much on it because it ain't my place to. Because of course I got a lot of opinions in my head. But you know, T was up there. He had an issue with one of the women that was up there. And they squashed it like mature adults and stuff like that, which I commend T for doing and things like that. I do. But I just feel like at the end of the day, I think that we should talk about what the real issues are within this LAMA sector. And I think that the real issues in this sector, and I just want to say that and then leave, because I initially wanted to do a live about this, but I just feel like it's really not worth it, because then I'm gonna rope myself into some bullshit that I ain't trying to be in. But I think that we should talk about the real issues that goes on in this sector. And I just really think that people just need to learn to respect other folks and their opinions, and just respect the way that they do things. I just think that if a channel isn't for you, then it's just not for you. Like, if you cannot stand the thought of someone giving a difference of opinion about your fave, or if you can't stand to hear another perspective, then because it's not what your perspective is, then just move on to the next, content creator. And even with different content creators, I feel like y'all should mind y'all business instead of each other's business, and just do your content the way you want to do it. I think that's been the biggest issue for the longest time. And it's been that for 2 years now. That's been the biggest issue. Like, everybody's so focused on what the next person is doing, but they're not focused on themselves. And then when people focus on what other folks are doing, then it creates this drama that it don't need to be. Me, for one, I ain't never worried about what no other content creator is doing. If I rock with you, I rock with you. Like, if I just don't, you can tell when I rock with you, and you can tell when I don't. So, but I don't get on here and be so clairvoyant and make all these different statements about what people do on their own platform, because I don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? It's never that fucking deep. But I just also want to say that we need to stop diluting other people's issues too. This whole thing about whether or not it's the millimeters or whether or not it's the anti-millimeters. Let me just go on record and say this. Let me just go on record and say this. For most of my time doing LAMH, my biggest enemy has been the millimeters. They have always not liked me. They have always attacked. They have always said a lot of heinous ass shit to me. They have. Um that's number one. Number two, um just because I'm saying it, that doesn't take away from things that other people have done that are not millimeters, that are not favorable to her. It doesn't take away. I think that everybody has done some bullshit on both angles, both sides of the fence. Everybody has done bullshit. I can honestly say that and admit to that. However, I've never done it. I don't come for nobody's paper. I don't strike nobody's channels. I don't tell nobody not to subscribe to nobody. I don't do any of that. I just think that everybody just need to mind their own damn business. And I just think that everybody needs to do their own thing. The biggest thing that I don't like about this whole thing is the whole notion of, because it's been like that, at least with LAMH for a long time. And that's the black gay content creators versus the women. That's the thing that I don't like, but it is what it is. And as you can see, I'm not even going to go back and forth with you. You clearly missed my entire point. Missed my whole point. That is that right there is the gaslighting. That is the thing that just kills me. Like, it irks me. But anyway, I don't like the gay men versus women thing. I hate that. I've always hated it. It shouldn't even be that way. Because at the end of the day, and look at what you see. Look at my comment. Anyway, somebody wants some attention. But anyway, I hate that too. I hate that it looks as though um the gay men don't like the black women out here, which is not true, because I support a lot of these female content creators and things like that. I support them all. I've supported a lot of them, especially in the LAMA sector. Like I fucks with a lot of them. Like Shay Renee, that's my homegirl in real life. I love Caramel Real. I can't wait to see her while I'm here. All those people, like, I just feel like we should just focus on what the goal is and just do our content, make our money, because it's money for all of us. And that's just it. Now, I ain't finna fold. I ain't finna change my opinion on nothing, because how I feel is how I feel. I ain't never gonna change my opinion for nobody. Um, you know, like I said, when we was doing Potomac and it was like Candace versus Monique and we were all split, we didn't go to each other's platforms and say, if they don't support Candace, we're gonna flag them. If they don't support Monique, we're gonna strike them. We didn't do that. But what we did do was work with one another. That's what we did. We worked together. That is the main thing that started the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Although we had difference of opinion, you feel what I'm saying? We still were able to work together though. And that's all that matters. That's what I think. I've always wanted to do, like, I remember telling Terrence this. I wanted to do a panel where there was like female content creators and some of us gay male content creators, and how we could really discuss this shit and really make it go away. Cause it's just enough YouTube drama, and it's just like, what are we beefing about? Why are we beefing about who likes who? Like, why are we doing this? You know what I mean? Like, what, like, why are we doing this? Why are we fighting about who likes who? Like, why do we care about who likes who don't like who don't like my favorite, who don't like my favorite, and things like that? Like, why are we even worried about that? Because I promise you, I wouldn't give a fuck. You think I'm fighting with the world because they don't like K Michelle? Do you think I'm fighting with the world because they don't like Mary J. Blige? I don't give a fuck. Still gonna buy their concert tickets, still gonna stream their music, still gonna buy their music, because I buy music more than stream. And I'm still gonna buy the concert tickets. I don't give a fuck what you think. Shit, I love Glorilla. Some people used to think that she was damn ignorant as hell when she first came out with FNF, and I was still rocking with Glorilla. Even when she was making whack ass music, I was still rocking with Glorilla. I don't give a fuck who like nobody, baby. I don't care. We don't know these folks. We don't know none of these folks. Okay, period. We don't know none of these people. Why can't we just be content creators that respect each other's work as content creators, instead of, like, not respecting them because of someone that they don't like? Like, why are we coming to people's platforms saying, well, why don't you like Mel? Why does it matter? Why don't you like Tisha? Why don't you like Kimmy? Why don't you like everybody else? Because if you want me to be real, I don't like none of these motherfuckers on this show. I don't like nobody. None of them. I ain't got no favorite here on LAMH. I honestly don't. If this was another show, you know who my favorites are. But I ain't got no favorites on this damn show. I don't like none of you motherfuckers. None of you motherfuckers. I don't like none of y'all. None of you. So ain't nobody getting no special treatment over here. Not from me anyway. But y'all, I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that. And I just because I wanted to do a live about it and just really state my opinion and just, give my thoughts on this whole thing. Cause it's a lot that I've seen and things like that. You feel what I'm saying? And I just feel like at the end of the day, people should be allowed to do and say whatever they want without somebody trying them. I will say that I applaud T for doing what he doing, as far as like the way he handled the situation or whatever. Like, I commend him for that, but I don't think that he should be forced to change the way he do things for folks that still don't care for him. Like, I think these people are only going to be because some of these people who, I don't really think they deserve him changing up shit, because they only support him for LAMH, just like a lot of people only support me for LAMH. So why should we sit up here and try to change and model ourselves into something else just so they can be okay? You feel what I'm saying? Like, no. the roast and the gags will still fucking happen regardless. Now, have I switched it up a little bit? Absolutely, because my mission is to be more polished, because I want to do bigger things with my platform. That's the only reason why I'm trying to switch it up just a little bit, but I'm never going to lose what made me who I was. But that ain't what I highly doubt that that's what T is doing either, because we talked about this already, so he knows my thoughts and opinions on that. So yeah, I love me some T. I'm glad that he did handle it the way that he did, and we can all move on. But I just wanted to say that because it's ridiculous, you know. It's ridiculous. You feel what I'm saying? But that's about it. I'm about to go on and get up off here because I'm coming back in less than an hour. I'm coming back in less than an hour. So I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Hopefully y'all come back for this video, for the next video, because the next video gonna be funny as hell because I'm talking about Georgia Prune. But anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys with this video from Doobie V. It's a clip from his new video, Might Suck Dick. It comes out the video itself comes out in 6 days, but the song is already on social media platforms and streaming platforms. It features Bando, of course, and it features my dear friend Carl, aka K-Star. You know, I gotta support whatever they do. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this clip, and I'll be back at 5:30. Bye, y'all.
Now this is a story how it all went down. I wasn't always out here balling on the ground. Used to get up in the AM and work real hard. I knew there was a better way, and that's on God. Stocking shelves, that's when I seen him, fine as hell, pretty brown skin, 6'1", muscle build. Something about that nigga said I show don't tell. Yeah, I had to give him change, he had big bills. He started small talk, what you doing for the night? I said I don't know, I'll probably catch a fight, have a little sip, roll one up, then get ready for the AM, try to make my bucks. He said, hold on, little bro, I got a business proposition for your bills in my pocket. They could only make you richer, homie. I'll give you a couple hundreds for a little kiss. I said for the right price, sir, I might have to suck your dick. Suck dick for a living.